Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War with the American Revolution. So, last time around we saw Thomas Wilcox march up to join George Washington, and he did. And during that end turn, the British force moved forward to where George Washington could intercept him. And we've got a battle that is actually not very favorable for us, and I should admit that this would be the third time I've actually played it. The first time I won it, but I won it at the skin of what's it called? Really by the skin of my teeth. And the second one I had to retreat with parts of my army intact. Both of those times unfortunately crashed. The first one crashed as I saved the replay right when I clicked OK. The second one crashed right when the battle was over, when I told all my troops to retreat off the field and it was kind of finalized. And I guess before that, end screen thing, continue the battle or end the battle, that came up right when that one's supposed to come up. It crashed. So I guess we've run into the problem which someone said, that big battles have a tendency to crash. I'm not entirely sure if it is that all big battles are going to crash at all times and we're not going to be able to actually finish this one. I'm hoping so. It's the second attempt today. It's going to be the third attempt at doing the battle. So I hope that it's going to go through this time, whatever the assault. Otherwise, I guess I'll have to kind of work around it. But it's kind of hard to work around a big army like this if he's not going to go ahead and split it up if we cannot fight it. Anything I need to say in the build up to this? Not really. I had an auto-resolve before against some Indians, so that's why George Washington army is not at full strength, which he definitely would have needed to be. And yes, with that said, I think even if I go on to do like a 4th or 5th try on this battle, this is the intro I'm gonna save, because I can't be bothered redoing this one. So yeah, let's jump into battle, shall we, and see if we cannot defeat them, or at least finish the battle without a crash. Going over the battlefield here in the start, we can see that what divides us is a road that goes down through a valley, and on either side we've got the British and the Americans. Now, what I did wrong, I think, in the previous battles was that I tried to deploy right up here, so I was going to be able to shoot down the hill. Unfortunately, I'm not able to spawn close enough that the cannons can effectively fire down the hill, and so they oftentimes were soaked up by the hill and also a lot of gunfire. And the British tactic, because they outnumber me at such numbers, is really to charge me. So what I really need to do is get those shots in. So even though it would have probably looked better in a way, we're gonna actually deploy further back, and my deployment is as follows. I've spread out the cannons. Hopefully they won't fire canister into the sides, which happens sometimes, onto the sides of my troops. I'm deploying the cavalry over here because I know they're gonna deploy a lot of cavalry over there. I'm gonna actually start the battle by focusing on some cavalry they have over there, try to break that. As we're only going to get reinforced up to 20 units, we have 1400 men coming into reinforcement, but we can only reinforce up to 20 units on the field, and we already got 17, which means we're only going to get a third, so we're only going to get Wilcox, the Spanish Grenadiers, and the 5th Pennsylvania joining in, which is kind of a shame. So they're always going to have that advantage on numbers, because they start with all their, I think they have like probably 37 units or something like that, or they're a lot closer to 40 than us. I can tell you that. anyways, let's start. They start out with 600 cavalry compared to our just 200, which is a big... Oh shit, I forgot already. I really want to break down that cavalry advantage, because that's a really big thing. If they're able to use that cavalry advantage, you know, they can just smash through our units. It's going to be hard for us to properly defend against that. We're going to place a lot of units in reserve, because there's going to be a lot of retreating, or it has been through the other playthroughs of this. I'm hoping this one works. Even, I guess, if it doesn't work, I can kind of keep it in, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do really. We've done some great work on these guys. The thing is, the interesting thing about the second battle, that one went worse than the first, and it was almost like the British learned more from the first battle we played than I did. One interesting thing that happened during that battle, or there were a lot of interesting things of how the British played that, but I'd strung out along sort of the edge of my part of the hill, or my part of the valley, but they sent like a light brigade, 3 or 4 light units, and they sent them in a wide flank, and they came around through the back. I noticed them, so I put the Spanish Grenadiers to kind of stop them, but because there was so much stuff going on across the battlefield, all over the place, I wasn't able to effectively like counter them or figure out a way to deal with them. So those 3 units were able to kill off the Spanish Grenadiers and attack my army from the back as the enemy were attacking from the front, and there was a lot of melee charges, and my canister didn't really work. I don't know what they're doing, but it looks like, I mean, they're sending 2 cavalry units over here. They've got the other 3 back there next to the cannons, I imagine. I don't really like it. The AI is way too clever. I'm gonna send forwards my natives, and before we get ambushed by these tribal auxiliaries, I'm gonna move my dragoons over. Hopefully we get the first shot in. No, it doesn't look like we're going to. They're getting a lot of their shots in. Thing is, they're on their own, isolated from the rest of the army, so I can go ahead and shoot them with confidence. My natives have started firing. What do we have? Irish Loyalist Volunteers, Hertford Regiment, Black Watch. I did a similar thing. In the first battle I placed them over here. In the second battle I placed them in the forest there. What do we have? Jessup's Loyalist Corps. They're concentrating their cavalry over there. They've got 1 cavalry unit over here. Oh! Completely ran through these guys. Kind of ran too far almost. Hopefully we'll be able to run down these guys. I think I will go do a quite extensive end video of the replay to make sure that I get all the like end bits. We've got selected marksmen and some other, the Loyalist Corps coming in. So I'm gonna move out the troops to prepare to face them. They could have superior range, which is something I need to keep an eye on. Right, those natives are gone, more or less. These guys coming back. They're really focusing up on my natives. We're gonna move back, place ourselves there. Natives are pulling back. Just look at this. It's been so cool throughout the other battles when they've marched up like that and just shrugged off our volleys we pushed into them and just kept marching on us, which has been so cool. I'm gonna tell you guys now to stop firing at the cavalry. I think we have probably done quite a bit of damage already on them. We're gonna tell the cannons at this point to switch to canister. You're holding fire. We've got... oh, they're coming back. I think what we'll do is we'll place them here. Kind of hold the enemy back a little bit. The cavalry is coming back. Gonna spread out my dragoons a little bit just so they don't shoot each other. Hopefully get these. Let's see. Looks like they're gonna be striking along this line first. And I think I have a pretty good chance this time around. We're gonna be able to lay effective canister because I did not fail this time around to you know, deploy my army in a wonky way. But there is definitely a possibility of the British winning this one. Let's see. Let's have them not fire it well. The cavalry on this side is gone. There is, however, a second unit coming in. They're sending in the general. They didn't really do that last time, or when they did, they didn't really lose him. What's this? Clearly someone's firing... oh, they're firing from concealed position. At the 5th. Means that I need to push up then to actually face the bastards. Hopefully they'll reveal themselves pretty quick. Yeah, they reveal themselves pretty quickly there. Ooh, we're doing nice volleys into them. The thing is, we still gotta remember there's about twice as many of them as there are of us on the field at any time. They've got 2 cavalry units over here. I don't know when they managed to get both over here. However, they're not here to protect their infantry advance. I want to stop these guys. I don't want them getting that close to the cannons. Last time a lot of what they did was charge in, and they charged in on their cannons. Oh, nice bloody canister. Take that, Blackwatch. Yeah, go home. Right, my dragoons are in the flank, so they'll be able to fire from there. The British march up. They did some really cool stuff in the previous battles where they marched up really close, fired the 3 volleys, and then they charged in with bayonets. I don't know if they're actually like... it seems so much better than like any other AI I've seen before. And I do have some of the replays of the other battles, but it's kind of like maybe at the very end of this campaign I can go ahead and like do a do kind of a video of that battle. Look at how close they've stopped. Johnson's New York Regiment. It's a bunch of traitors. They're actually stopping to fire. It's not gonna work in their favor, but I like the you know, trading volleys back and forth across the line here. Gonna try my best to get some close-ups, but as we can see, the enemy is trying their best. Oh, the Black Watch is already back. The canister was going all the way over there, which wasn't really that great. Irish volunteers sound like they're charging. The Black Watch. That guy just shot one of them. Charging my guns. They seem to be concentrating on the center. My cannons, they're retreating. We're gonna put the New Hampshire in there. Also, what they did during the other battles was, as they moved their troops forward, they kind of hid their... because they had so many units moving forwards to attack me. I kind of lost sight of which units were their cavalry units and which were not the cavalry units. And so they were able to charge them straight through the front line like they do here. Yes, I completely missed that one. I am going to be able to form square a little bit too late though. We're moving in the 2nd New Hampshire. It's going to be able to shoot these guys there. They're still standing up there? Royal Johnsons. New York Regiment. Oh yeah, the Foot Guards right here. Connecticut Regiment. Let's see if you can join in there. What are you doing? Just bloody well move it into position. Damn, they're firing at us. George Washington's lost some men as well. Oh, now more cavalry is coming in through the center. You better fire, and not at the cavalry. Same for you guys. I'm hoping for volleys. Oh shit, there's a massive attack going down here. Just because there's so many troops, I'm gonna retreat these two. A little bit anyways. I order you to open fire. Damn you. Damn your eyes. Right, dragoons. Get the marines. Damn your eyes! Open fire, damn you! Now, that's what I want to see. For first, I thought that was my square, but it wasn't. And now the cavalry charges, we have forced to move to another square. Since I'm really kind of winning over on the on my left, should really start to move some units over from the left. Also, these cannons should hold fire, and then we'll move the veteran Minutemen quickly into the flank. We're moving my dragoons up. Gonna tell them to hold fire because they're about to shoot each other. And then now they're gonna fire. We've got Washington here. He can start to fire. Probably fire above the enemy unit. Cavalry is the most important thing to get rid of. I think I can dare get back on the cannons. And maybe we can get some close quarters shots there. They are trying to go around us, aren't they? See if we can get Wilcox into a flank there and can fire up through there. Do we man the guns? Not just yet. I want the cavalry to all go for the auxiliary, whatever they are. Right, these guys retreated. We've got massive retreat of British troops all over the field. I definitely learned my lesson here. And we were able to hold against them. Thing is, I don't want to lose too many of my dragoons. I'm gonna pull them back. Cannon will hold. And now I think we need to focus on this side where we had a lot of the light regiments. There's still a lot of regiments all the way out here, moving around like morons. Or maybe what I should do is I should take stock of where the enemy's artillery is get rid of that, and that will force the enemy to truly come against us. You can switch to round shot and fire those. Most of the enemy units here have been thrown off. You know what? You might as well retreat. The enemy general was forced away. And the enemy that remains is the enemy located here. So we need to redraw the line accordingly. So I'm going to put these like that. You're going to move out of square, 4th and... I was going to say 4th and 5th, but this is the 4th Connecticut and this is 2nd New Hampshire. It's going to regroup. The general came back just to charge foolishly. Continue on there and take out those 2 artilleries. Okay, the enemy is sending loads of troops over here. We got some of the reinforcements coming in. Up onto the wall. And we'll hold off the enemy over there. And then Wilcox will be in command to control the troops over there. You will hold fire and then switch to round shot, and we'll organize these 3 regiments there. And we'll quickly get these 2 into the forest, and then all the veteran Minutemen along there. My cavalry will make their attack on the enemy artillery. George Washington will move to join the fight over here, and it seems as though 3rd time's the charm. I shouldn't jinx it because the battle might still crash. And we still did lose a lot of troops, and I haven't been able... I mean, it's all kind of light infantry coming this way, and there's a lot of them. I just noticed this bastard sending spikes. Luckily for us, our cavalry is not coming from that direction. They're coming from behind. But they're gonna have to wait until the enemy is in fixed position. Oh! Queen's Rangers bypassing our units. I'm gonna tell the Congressional Militia to form square. Bypassing our units, going behind us. That could be dangerous. Oh, foot guards coming up behind. Can I turn canister on them? Units that are not in fighting. 2nd New Hampshire and the 4th Connecticut will turn around. Did they be able to turn the guns around? What are they shooting at? They're trying to assassinate Washington. They're shooting him in the back. I don't know, it seems dangerous to fire like that. You're gonna move here. You're gonna move there. Hopefully they're reloaded to get that going pretty quickly. With the gap opening up, the Minutemen will move in. My Dragoons will ride up. Fire their guns, charge that guy. Looks like the enemy is possibly going to charge. We lost a lot of whatever this was. 3rd New Jersey. It's all light infantry. Kind of strange that they're sending them up like that. Where did those British cavalry? They're all the way still over there. Like, 1st Foot Guard was defeated, that's nice. Why are you guys not... There we go, now in order. It's all light troops, but I doubt it's kind of dangerous for us to melee charge, since we know that when the American troops are not really good at that. Okay, so the enemy decides to move out of the forest and try to attack the dragoons. Oh, here comes the cavalry. They come back. Such sneakers. However, this time I didn't have a lot to keep my eye on, so that worked out for me. Guess you're gonna be put in reserve. Why are you retreating? Or what's going on here? Why are you so unhappy? Possibly because he's coming under really heavy fire of all the bloody sharpshooters the British have brought. I think we probably should look into charging. We can use these two regiments as backup for the charge. And now those cavalry units are gone. Because prolonged fire against all these light troops that the British have is probably not going to work out for us. See if the dragoons can come in again. This time, however, we're going to do a charge. So this time it went a lot better. It's kind of cheating in a way that, you know, redo it until I win, but you kind of have to believe me that it crashed. I'm not gonna do like, you know, this one is 25 minutes roughly. The other ones both were around 40 minutes. So I'm not gonna do like 3 40-minute videos trying to get this battle done. But it would be, I actually kinda liked it when I lost, in a masochistic way, just because I've had it so easy throughout this. Throughout the battles. Or at least what we could have had was, if the first battle would have worked. I still have the replay of the first, so I'm thinking I might, as like the last video of this campaign, I might go back and just do like a showcase, or we'll go through that one and go through what happened there. Because that one is, I mean, it's about 40 minutes long, and it's really I win by the skin of my teeth. I'm pretty sure, anyways, that I've still got that one. It's a shame if I don't, because those are the best battles are the ones that you start off losing, or something happens that really doesn't go your way. You have to fall back, kind of regroup, but then when you have regrouped, you get back to kind of smiting the enemy. But it's that like a really close battle. And that was the first one, because Washington had, I think he had 18 men in his bodyguard at the last like part of the battle. And that was also after he had retreated under, like I had lost control of him, and he had retreated. And then he came back, 18 men, and he rode into Canister. What was left at the very end was still the enemy's cannon position. I had no cavalry. I had like 4 regiments broken down. I moved Washington onto the flank. It was actually over here. They had the cannons roughly there. I moved Washington over here. The regiments just ran all they had right at them in a long line. The enemy pounded them. And I snuck around, I fired, and I was kind of, it looked like they weren't going to fire at Washington, and since he had only 18 men, I was hesitant to charge in, So I was sitting there waiting for them to reload and fire again. But then I saw them starting to turn the cannons. We charged in, but we didn't have enough men to kind of attack all the cannons, so they only attacked 3 of the cannons. The 4th cannon was still able to fire, and it fired into the bodyguard, killing like 3 or 4 guys, or something like that. And I was kind of far away, so I didn't see, but I was like, whoa, no, Washington! But he managed to get out of that, and then the other infantry regiments swarmed the cannons, and we won. With that said, let's go ahead and hope this doesn't crash. And it did work! Jesus Christ, I'm happy. Right, the British lost 3,000 men, 1,500 of them remaining. We lost 1,300, so 2,400 of our remaining. Very nice. Team kills, or friendly fire, is roughly the same, around 200 men for either side. Highest killers, Sheldon's Light Dragoon. 12-pounder artillery, managed to get loads of kills for the canister. Moylan Dragoons. Colonial Militia! That's a surprise. They gained 3 chevrons. Killed 200 men. I mean, they lost a bunch. It's Colonial Militia. And cannon ended up... These guys didn't lose anyone. They killed 180. So I really think me winning the battle was because I moved the line back to, you know, properly have a setup to do that. Wonder if there's any unit that's like destroyed. 12 men left. Native is 21. Looks like most of my units actually survived this, so that's nice. The British army is still kind of intact. I wonder, I don't think I dare. Oh, Cherokee moving forward. Oh, great, burning the church again, bastards. Workers on strike in Florida. Yeah, I never actually exempted them from tax. I changed that because I decided I needed money. And now they're starting talking about representation. And I say, wait your turn, you bastards. Florida man goes in to try and steal George Washington's wooden teeth. What deuce? Right, we don't have a lot left in this episode because it was already so long with that battle. So I guess we go through what's going next in the next one. Anyways, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope that I see you guys for the next one. Bye.